Hey everybody, and welcome to the greatest city in the world. I'm so excited to be your guide today as we explore the most awesome things to do in New York City. Get ready to fall in love with the city that never sleeps. Whether you're a first-time visitor or a seasoned New Yorker, trust me, this list has something for everyone. We're talking iconic landmarks, world-class museums, beautiful parks, and let's not forget the pizza. Oh man, the pizza. We're about to embark on an epic journey through the heart of the Big Apple. From the bright lights of Broadway to the peaceful oasis of Central Park, get ready to experience New York City like never before. I'm talking bucket list stuff, people, so buckle up, grab your Metro card, and get ready to have your mind blown because we're about to dive into the 20 best things to do in New York City. Let's do it.
All right, first up, we're heading straight to the heart of Manhattan, Central Park. This place is like an 843-acre breath of fresh air. You could spend an entire day here and still not see everything. Pack a picnic basket and find your perfect spot on the Great Lawn. Rent a rowboat and take a romantic spin around the lake. Or hop on a bike and explore miles of winding paths. Put on your comfy shoes, grab a hot dog, and experience the magic of Central Park. Next up, we're taking a trip to one of the most famous museums on the planet, the Metropolitan Museum of Art, or as I like to call it, the Met. Now, this place is massive. We're talking about over 2 million square feet of art and artifacts spanning over 5,000 years. It's like taking a crash course through the entire history of art, all under one roof. You've got ancient Egyptian tombs, Renaissance masterpieces, and even a suit of armor worn by Henry VIII himself. Can you imagine that guy trying to squeeze into a suit of armor? Talk about a tight fit! But seriously, the Met is a must-see for any visitor to New York City. Whether you're an art aficionado or just appreciate a good masterpiece, you'll be blown away by the sheer scale and scope of this incredible museum. So, make sure to wear comfortable shoes because you'll be doing a lot of walking, and get ready to have your mind blown by the wonders of the Met. All right, folks. Buckle up for number 3 on our list of 20 must-dos in the Big Apple, the High Line. This ain't your average walk in the park, no sir. We're talking a park in the sky. Built on a historic, elevated freight rail line, this green pathway stretches over 1.5 miles, giving you killer views of the city, the Hudson River, and enough cool street art to fill a museum. You'll be snapping pics left and right, I'm telling you. They got gardens, they got benches, they even got food vendors up there. It's perfect for a romantic stroll, a fun afternoon with the family, or just a chance to escape the hustle and bustle below. Trust me, the High Line is a New York City experience you won't want to miss. And hey, if you're lucky, you might even catch a glimpse of yours truly taking a break from the Tonight Show grind. You never know. Just don't ask for a selfie. I'm kinda shy. Just kidding. Coming in hot at number 4, it's showtime, baby. No trip to New York City is complete without experiencing the magic of Broadway. We're talking dazzling costumes, unforgettable music, and enough talent to power a small city. From classic musicals like The Lion King and Wicked to the hottest new shows like in Juliet and Kimberly Akimbo, there's something for everyone on the Great White Way. And hey, you never know who you might see in the audience. I'm talking A-listers, folks. Just try not to spill your popcorn when you spot Leo DiCaprio or Oprah sneaking into the theater, all right? So grab your tickets, put on your fancy pants, and get ready for a night of pure entertainment. You'll be singing along, you'll be laughing, you'll be crying, in a good way, I hope. It's Broadway, baby. All right, folks, hold on to your hats because number 5 on our list is gonna blow you away. It's the one and only, the iconic, the magnificent Statue of Liberty. I mean, come on, it's Lady Liberty herself. She's been greeting immigrants and visitors to our shores for over a century, and let me tell you, she's looking good. Take a ferry over to Liberty Island, climb to the top of the Crown if you're feeling ambitious, and soak in the incredible views of the city skyline. It's a truly awe-inspiring experience, folks. And hey, while you're there, don't forget to snap a selfie with Lady Liberty. Just make sure you get her good side. You know she's a stickler for those. Just kidding, she's seen it all. She's cool with it. All right, folks, buckle up those fanny packs because we're headed to the top of the world. Well, the top of New York City, which is basically the same thing. That's right, we're talking about the Empire State Building. This iconic skyscraper is like the Beyoncé of buildings, tall, beautiful, and everyone wants a picture with it. You can't come to the Big Apple without snagging a selfie with this Art Deco masterpiece. But the real magic happens when you zoom up to those observation decks. Talk about a room with a view. From up there, you can see all 5 boroughs, Central Park looking like a tiny green carpet, and the city streets buzzing below. It's enough to make you want to belt out, New York, New York, at the top of your lungs. But seriously, the view is breathtaking. Just try not to drop your phone taking a selfie, because finding that thing on the streets below would be like searching for a needle in a haystack, and nobody wants to do that. Get ready to have your senses dazzled, folks, because we're about to dive headfirst into the heart of Times Square. This place is like the world's biggest party, and everyone's invited. Imagine a kaleidoscope exploded on a street corner and then added a few thousand flashing billboards, a couple million LED lights, and a soundtrack of taxis honking. That's Times Square in a nutshell. But hey, don't let the sensory overload scare you off. There's so much to see and do here. Catch a Broadway show, grab a slice of pizza the size of your head, or just soak up the electric atmosphere. And don't forget to keep an eye out for those costumed characters roaming around. You might just run into Elmo, Batman, and a few minions all vying for your attention and a few bucks for a photo op. Hey, a superhero's gotta make a living, right? Calling all science nerds, history buffs, and anyone who's ever wanted to come face-to-face with a T-Rex. We're heading to the American Museum of Natural History, and trust me, this place is off the hook. We're talking dinosaur skeletons bigger than your house, a giant squid that could swallow a car whole, and enough ancient artifacts to make Indiana Jones jealous. Seriously, you could spend days in this place and still not see everything. But let's be real, the dinosaurs are the real stars of the show. Who doesn't love picturing these prehistoric giants roaming the earth? It's like Jurassic Park, but without the whole running for your life thing. Just try not to let your inner child get too carried away and start roaring at the exhibits. Although on second thought, maybe just let loose a little. When in Rome, right? Or should I say when in the dinosaur hall? All right, folks, buckle up because number 9 on our list is gonna knock your socks off. We're talking about walking the Brooklyn Bridge, baby. This ain't just a bridge, it's a New York City icon, a must-do. Picture this, you, me, and a bridge connecting Manhattan to Brooklyn. The views are worth every single step. Panoramic views of the city skyline, the Statue of Liberty. It's like a postcard come to life. And the best part? It's free. Walk it, bike it, even dance across it. It can get crowded, especially on weekends. Snap some epic selfies and enjoy the ride, baby. Okay, folks, this next one is a little more serious, but incredibly important. We're talking about the 9/11 Memorial and Museum. This is a place of remembrance, reflection, and profound respect for the lives lost on that tragic day. The memorial itself is incredibly moving. You'll see 2 massive reflecting pools, built in the footprints of the Twin Towers, with the names of all those who perished inscribed around the edges. The sound of the waterfalls cascading into the pools creates this incredibly peaceful and somber atmosphere. Inside the museum, you'll find artifacts recovered from the wreckage, first-hand accounts from survivors, and exhibits that tell the story of that day and its aftermath. It's a powerful and emotional experience, but an important one. It's a reminder of the resilience of the human spirit, the importance of unity, and the enduring power of hope. It's a place where you can pay your respects, learn about history, and reflect on the impact of that day on our world. All right, bookworms and architecture buffs, this one's for you. We're headed to the New York Public Library where history, knowledge, and stunning design collide. Soaring ceilings, marble staircases, chandeliers, it's a palace for books. And those iconic lion statues, they're the library's bouncers. Inside, millions of books, manuscripts, maps, and more. The Rose main reading room is legendary. Grab a library card and visit. Hey, shopaholics! Fifth Avenue, it's not just a street, it's an experience. We're talking luxury brands, flagship stores, you name it. It's enough to make your credit card tremble, but hey, you only live once, right? You got your classic department stores like Saks Fifth Avenue and Bergdorf Goodman where you can literally shop till you drop. And I'm talking a dramatic Oscar-worthy drop. But wait, there's more. You got your high-end designers, Gucci, Prada, Versace, all vying for your attention. It's like a fashion show just walking down the sidewalk. And don't even get me started on Tiffany's. Breakfast at Tiffany's? More like I'll take one of everything at Tiffany's, am I right? But seriously, even if you're not buying, window shopping here is an event in itself. Just soak it all in. So grab your wallets, maybe a personal shopper if you're fancy, and get ready to experience the retail therapy of a lifetime. And hey, if you see someone who looks like me maxing out their card on cashmere socks, no you didn't. All right, art lovers, buckle up. We're headed to MoMA, the Museum of Modern Art, and trust me, this ain't your grandma's art museum. Unless your grandma's super cool and into like abstract expressionism and stuff. We're talking Warhol, Picasso, Van Gogh, the heavy hitters of the art world, all under one roof. You'll see Starry Night, Campbell's soup cans, maybe even a few things you don't quite understand. But hey, that's part of the fun, right? Just nod your head and pretend you get it. And don't forget to check out their rotating exhibitions. They always have something new and exciting, from photography to sculpture to film. You might even catch a performance piece. But fair warning, those can get a little out there. So grab a friend, grab an audio guide, and get ready to experience some of the most iconic and thought-provoking art in the world. Just try not to touch anything. They get a little touchy about that. Ahoy there, landlubbers. Feeling a little adventurous? Then ditch the crowded streets and hop aboard a Circle Line sightseeing cruise. Trust me, there's no better way to see the Big Apple than from the water. We're talking stunning views of the Statue of Liberty, Ellis Island, the Brooklyn Bridge, the whole shebang. You'll cruise past iconic landmarks, snap some epic photos, and maybe even learn a thing or two about New York City's rich history. Plus, you get a nice breeze off the water, which is always a plus, especially after a long day of sightseeing. And the best part? You can relax, kick back, and let someone else do the driving. Or should I say, sailing. They got snacks on board, they got drinks, they even got a tour guide who will tell you all the fun facts and stories about the city. So, grab your captain's hat, slather on that sunscreen, and get ready for an unforgettable journey around the island of Manhattan. Just try not to fall overboard. The East River is, shall we say, a little less glamorous up close. Hey everybody, welcome back to 20 Best Things to Do in New York City. We're heading down to Greenwich Village, or as the cool kids call it, the Village. This place is like stepping into a time machine. But instead of dinosaurs, you get amazing vibes and even better pizza. First stop, gotta hit up Washington Square Park. It's the heart and soul of the village. Greenwich Village is a foodie paradise. Just promise me you'll try a New York slice while you're there. Put on your walking shoes, grab a slice, and get ready to experience a neighborhood bursting with history and culture. All right, folks, buckle up because we're about to take off on an adventure to the intrepid Sea, Air, and Space Museum. This place is like a dream come true for anyone who's ever looked up at the sky and wondered what it'd be like to fly a fighter jet or pilot a spaceship. First up, you gotta check out the Intrepid itself. This massive aircraft carrier is like a floating city. Explore the flight deck and cramped sleeping quarters. Climb inside a Concorde, check out the Space Shuttle Enterprise, and see a real-life submarine. The views of the city from the flight deck are pretty epic, just saying. Get ready for some wild times, folks, because we're heading to the Bronx Zoo. We're talking over 4,000 animals spread out over 265 acres. That's a lot of animals, you guys. First, visit the Congo Gorilla Forest. You'll come face to face with gorillas, mandrills, and okapi. Don't worry, there's a big old glass wall. Next, the Tiger Mountain. They're like giant striped house cats, except they could totally eat your house cat for breakfast. And don't miss the Madagascar exhibit. You'll see lemurs, fossas, and all sorts of other amazing creatures. So what are you waiting for? Grab your safari hat and get ready for an adventure you won't soon forget. Hey everybody, welcome back to 20 Best Things to Do in New York City. Usually I'm dodging tourists and smelly cabs, but for this next spot, I'd brave the crowds. The New York Botanical Garden in the Bronx, 250 acres of pure tranquility, a real jungle with better landscaping, over 1 million plants from all over the world, rose gardens, a Japanese rock garden, a rainforest conservatory. They even have a tram tour. Pack a picnic basket and enjoy the peace. Hey everybody, welcome back to our whirlwind tour of the greatest city in the world. That's right, it's Coney Island. Coney Island is classic New York where the city meets the sea and throws a giant party. Soak up some sun, build a sandcastle, maybe even brave the Atlantic Ocean. Don't forget the legendary boardwalk with miles of games, rides, and food. Hold on to your hats, folks, because the Cyclone is going to take you for a ride. It's got something for everyone, from beach bums to thrill seekers to foodies. All right, all you art lovers out there, this one's for you. We're heading to the Guggenheim Museum, one of the most iconic buildings in New York City. Designed by Frank Lloyd Wright, it's a giant white spiral. You walk up it like a fancy, artsy roller coaster. Instead of screaming, you're gasping at incredible art. Picasso, Van Gogh, Kandinsky, and more. So ditch the sweatpants and experience art like never before.
Well, folks, that's a wrap. We've explored the parks, museums, landmarks, and pizza joints. New York City is a whirlwind of excitement, culture, and delicious food. We've seen the Statue of Liberty, walked the Brooklyn Bridge, and gotten lost in the Met. But listen, this is just the tip of the iceberg. Book that trip, grab your walking shoes, and come see for yourself. Thanks for joining me on this adventure, everybody.